What is going on, YouTube? This is your man Mike, aka the Tech King on a budget. Back again with another video. What I got for you guys today is another unboxing of the Apple Watch Series 4 44mm edition. Now I got the silver one with the white band, switched it up this year. I normally go black. And just a little backstory, just kind of fill you guys in. I had the Nike 40mm Plus edition, and I ended up having to return it because I was having some connectivity issues with it. For whatever reason, would charge the watch up and would get all my notifications like an hour to 2 hours after they came through on the phone. Never had that issue before in the past with an Apple Watch. Never even had that issue with the Samsung watch. So took it back, didn't have any more 40mm, which that was what I wanted. And kind of realized while I was there that I actually liked the bigger size after I got to actually handle one and mess with one. So that's what I got for you guys today. So we're gonna unbox this thing, show you guys a little bit of what it looks like, and I got a couple of bands for it already. So just gonna show y'all some of the bands I got for it, and just kind of showing you guys what you get if you're thinking about purchasing this. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So, I got the watch unboxed, got it on the charger here because it didn't have any juice, and got it all set up. Now I'm going to show you guys why I switched to the 44mm over the version that I had. Look at how big that is compared to the 40mm. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color from black to white so you can really get a feel for just how much of the screen you're going to get. Look at that. That's so much bigger in contrast to last year. Plus it's thinner. Okay, you got a different optical sensor on the back, so it's a little bit more streamlined. It's not jutting out like it was before. And on top of that, if we go to a different screen, let's go to a different watch face so I can show you guys just some of the cool stuff that you get with this one. We'll go to the, look at that. Now, if you want to know something cool about these watch faces, just to give you an idea of how much screen you're getting on the watch, you want to know something cool about these watch faces, Apple actually made a vacuum tube that was the same dimensions as far as the screen of an Apple Watch and recorded these live motion videos. So there's a vapor, there's a water, and there's a flame one, I believe. All of these were recorded in a big unit that looks like an Apple Watch so that it would fit perfectly on the screen. So kudos to Apple for going the extra mile. Now, one cool thing about the 40mm, we're not going to go too deep into this, but one cool thing about the 40mm is obviously the bands are interchangeable as well. But the cool thing is that these bands are also compatible with the 42mm. As you can see, they are the same size. So I've got some 42mm bands from my watch from last year here. I'm going to throw those on there real quick, and you can see, I can get it on there, you can see that the bands are pretty much the same, fit the same and everything. So I'm actually digging the silver, digging it a lot more than I thought I was going to be, considering the fact that I normally go all black and stay with the space gray models, but wanted to do something different this year. I wanted to switch it up. Now, I'm going to talk about the bands that I got. I'm put it back on the charger. First one, decided to do something a little different on Amazon. So we got Gucci Gang here, as the young people say, Gucci Gang. So got the Gucci band, fake Gucci band, whatever you want to call it. I kind of like how that looks. I think it's gonna look pretty dope. We'll put that to the side. And we got just a straight black band. Not much to see here, but still gonna pull it out for you guys just to show you. Got a straight black band. So in case I want to do just the black and silver, without the buckle like the other band. Got black and silver, gym watch maybe. And I got another one in here. Now this one I kind of already opened up and looked at, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really feeling it. Didn't have to go too hard on the plastic. This one is a blue and white, kind of navy and white. So it's kind of I don't know, it might work out. We'll see. Definitely have to give it a little bit of give it some time. And then my favorite one, which I think this is gonna go great with the silver, is the leather edition. And oh man, check that out. Let's pull this out and let's. Oh yeah, now that looks like it's gonna be dope. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get this set up behind the camera here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on real quick. Yeah, that's the one. This is pretty nice. I like how that looks. That's very classy. You get a black band to go with it and just made your Apple Watch from a sport watch to an actual everyday watch. That's pretty dope. Anyway, that's the quick unboxing, quick overview of the Series 4 44mm. Definitely like this one better. Side note, sidebar. The Nike watch was dope. Don't get me wrong. The Nike watch was dope. But let's just keep it real for a second. You're only paying more money for the Nike watch to get Nike faces. If it's that important to you to have the Nike watch, then by all means go get it. But after using the watch for the amount of time that I was able to use it before I had to take it back and exchange it, it's just not worth it to me. It's just not worth it. So I'm gonna stick with the 44mm, and I'm gonna stick with the silver one, and I'm gonna make it work. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what Apple Watch are you currently using, if you are. And I'm gonna do another video here sometime in the next few days about a lot of the new features that come with the watch. With the Series 4, they have an ECG built into the watch now. So that's an electrocardiogram for those that don't know. So essentially what this thing can do is let your PCP, primary care physician, know if something is wrong with your heartbeat based off of what the watch reads. Also, another cool feature about the watch that you get this year is what they call fall protection. So I'm gonna test that out, and I'm gonna do a video testing that, because I really think that that's gonna be something interesting to find out. Because let's just be real for a second. Now, this is completely off subject of the Apple Watch, but let's just be real for a second. Most people walking around with the phone are not using an Android phone. They're using an iPhone because of how easy it is to use. It's very straightforward, very simple to use. So that's why they have an iPhone. Let's take it a step further. Most adults, as in 40 to 50-year-olds, are using an Apple Watch and using an iPhone in their day-to-day lives. That's their go-to devices, and they're usually keeping an iPhone that they've had for several years, but they may have an older or a newer Apple Watch, depending on your preference. With fall protection, let's just take a second and think about this. Your watch will have the ability to basically, from your wrist, your watch will be able to sense if I fall. And if I don't respond to the watch within a certain amount of time, the watch will immediately notify emergency services. Let that sink in for a second, that Apple has changed the game in regards to... Oh, shout out to Mickey. I didn't know he talked to me. That's kind of cool, kind of creepy, but hey, cool, appreciate it, buddy. But your Apple Watch can literally save your life. Might be an exaggeration to some, but to some people, that's real life. And that's an everyday thing. You know, you go into a situation where you may not be able to call out for help. You may not be able to reach your phone for help. What do? You just sit there and wait for the inevitable? Or do you hope somebody happens to see you or come home in time to find out? You got an Apple Watch on. You got that fall detection on. Emergency services could be on their way within minutes of you falling or you getting into an accident or whatever has happened that is causing the trigger on this to go off. So to me, that's a big bonus. That's a big plus. And I think if you know someone who is not as technically inclined as, you know, younger people are or older people or anything like that, if you know someone who is not as technically inclined but wants to keep up, wants to know about new tech, I highly encourage you give them one of these, just because it could potentially save somebody's life one day. So hit me up in the comments. Like I said, like this video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I post my next one. Hit me up and let me know what you guys thought. It's your man Mike. I'm out.